are assembled the world's four greatest heroes, created from the cosmic legends of the universe. Superman.
Red Pill, I see you.
Yes, sir. There we go. Hey, yo.
Playing this little Super Friends theme.
First time for everything. What's up, fellas? Welcome, everybody, man. Word.
We got Red Pill.
Man. I just grabbed my lunch and all that.
Yeah, you good. Gray Beard Chronicles. Attraction Mansion. Y'all understand he knows abundance mindset just because his name is that, motherfuckers, and he only 17 and he already gets it.
Yes.
Then you got me. All right, man. So
I'm like Voltron.
It's coming on. So welcome to the audience, man. This is a first of many. This is Super Friends Sundays. Now, maybe it might be Super Friends Saturdays sometimes too. So don't fucking quote me and say, I thought it was Super Friends Sunday. What are you doing on? I promise you, they'll say that dumbass shit. It sounds stupid, but they will come at you with that shit. I promise you they will. So I'm Afi King, and these are my guests. These are my co-hosts. That's what y'all got to understand, right? So these are my co-hosts. These ain't my motherfucking guests. So let's get that one straight now. So I see, let me just go in order. Bam. So we got to mute our mics. Let Red Pill introduce himself, and then Gray Pill Chronicles introduce herself, and then Mindful Attraction. So take it from there. Red Pill, go shoot. Let me mute my mic. Or matter of fact, he said he had to do something. Gray Pill Chronicles started off. Red Pill.
This is Lawrence D. Adams, Graybeard Chronicles, all the way from Cleveland, Ohio. Come to shoot some game, drop some knowledge, disturb some peace, and make the ladies weak.
All right. Cool. Mindful Attraction, man. State your name, man. State your name and your purpose. You hear me?
Wait, is that me? You mean?
Yeah, Mindful Attraction, man. What's good, Solomon?
All right, so I'm Attraction Man. I'm a 17-year-old kid out of Wisconsin, and I'm just here to mainly pertain to the high school audience, the college kids, the young guys in the game, because I want to help you guys be successful in your dating and game lives, and I'm just here to help increase any knowledge that is needed. So yeah.
I'm talking and shit, and I forgot to turn off the fucking mic. So to the viewers and shit, make sure y'all ask y'all questions and ask them to who y'all address it to, because we all got the chat up and we're looking at who's saying what. So these secret watchers, man, we gonna check in right now. Press 1 if you in here. Press 1. It's 10 people now, so let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. No secret watchers, man. If it's too many, they're all about $1. What's up? He in with the wrench. Who else up in here, man? We chilling. Y'all secret watchers. So I already see a few of y'all in here. So who's the other people? We'll find out soon. But when y'all ask questions, matter of fact, we'll kick it off with all about $1. Ask one of us a question, man. Okay. Ray up in here. What's going on? People coming in now. So yeah, address your questions to who you want to answer it. And then obviously certain questions are real good. We're gonna all want to answer this shit. So all about $1. You got the first question, and then Ray, you got the second question. And then Red Pill, he'll come in after he get his lunch and stuff. He here. And I'm gonna post all your links in this when I'm done too. So don't worry about that. So we gonna wait on Ray. We gonna wait on all about $1 and Ray. They're gonna come with a question, and then we'll go from there and get this fire game on this Sunday. Let's see. King Solomon, what you up to, man? Ray, okay. What up, McCain? What's going on? Y'all put the questions in there and direct them to who y'all want to, because y'all can get a whole little thing. Okay, Ray, who you want to answer that? I'm talking and shit, and I forgot to turn off. He want to know about the phone numbers. Do you ask a female? Matter of fact, I'll just dictate this shit. Ray Renardo asked, do you ask a female for her number? So we'll start with Attraction Mansion. You give him the game. Then Lawrence D. Adams, you give him the game. I already know how you get down, but the viewers want to know. And then Red Pill, you hop on this shit.
All right, wait. So what's the question exactly?
He asked, like, do you ask for girls' phone numbers? Like, I don't know. You know, with social media and stuff, like, is that still relevant? Like, I think that's what he means.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, the way I do it is it depends on the interaction and the approach. If it's like a quick approach and you're like, oh, I think you're cute or whatever, stuff like that, but you don't really build much attraction at the beginning, she's probably more likely to be okay with giving you her Snapchat or Instagram or something like that. But if you feel like it's going good, you have a good vibe, you could still get her phone number. I also recommend having the mindset of assuming she's going to give it to you. So don't necessarily ask, but just be like, oh, all right, I'm just going to have you give me your number and then we can hang out later or something like that. That's what I got for that.
Oops. Lawrence D. Adam, you go. He wanted Ronaldo, you already know how I get down. McCain answered the question for you about the phone numbers.
So this is what I do. I have a couple things I do. What I do, I talk to a young lady, kept talking to her, and I pull out my phone, and I already have it set to add contact. I say, here, put your number in right now. I do it as a command, not as an asking. I don't ask, I command. So that's what makes it different.
Hear me? Mic check.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you. I think Red Pill, I think he was trying to get in here real quick because he had pushed pause for a minute. Keep on going.
So what I do is I do it as a command and not an ask. I don't ask for the number. I pretty much command for, here's the put your number in here. I have another tactic. What I do, as with what he said earlier, what I do is I go to social media. So automatically I go to social media. I usually prefer Instagram. I go to Instagram and I already have the search bar. I say, put your Instagram right here. So by that time, I already got her contact. She's going to see all my Instagram pictures and things like that. Then from there, I'll shoot a quick DM. Hey, what's going on? Because what she's going to do, what women are going to do, they're going to canvas everything that you've done on social media, or particularly say Instagram, I'd say add me on Instagram. So that's how I do it. I don't do it a traditional way of just going out and just, hey, what's your number? No, that doesn't work for me. I did it in years past, but what I've done is I automatically command. I have my phone already set. Put your number right here. Now, if she doesn't want to give it to me, so what I'll do is give me your phone, add my number. And make sure it's Lawrence D. Adams. Don't mix it up with anybody else. There's only one. And that's how I do it.
Hey, he said make sure it's Lawrence D. Adams. Don't get me fucked up with nobody else. I heard that. You got to add that class to that shit up. McCain, exactly. Yeah, McCain. Can y'all hear me? Hold on. Now, me, I do a little bit of everything, man. I'm the most modifiable, adjustable type person. Like everything that I do. Can y'all hear me? Let me see something. Can y'all hear me? Yo, can y'all hear me? Press 1 if y'all can hear me. I don't want to start. Okay, cool. Yeah, I do. My baiting is based on the situation that I'm in. So it changes. Some women I bait, some women I flirt with, some women I'm more direct with. It depends on their interest and the circumstances that we in. Like, you know, if y'all that follow me, y'all know I got a stripper friend. So when we're at these stripper parties and these bachelorette parties and shit, and these women are doing all kinds of crazy shit, I am not going to come at a woman the same way as if I was coming at a woman in the cafeteria. You know what I mean? It's like MacGyver. You got to learn how to adapt to every situation. And then you also got to realize that women are moody and emotional. So I think a lot of cats got to realize that I feel like they take shit too personal, and it fucks up their game because you don't really know what's going on in a woman. And game that I can give to these players is think about just think about if roles are reversed sometimes. So sometimes you're in a bad mood. So just because a woman comes talk to you, don't mean you feel like talking. It doesn't mean that something's wrong with her. No, that don't mean that. She just caught you at a bad time. So sometimes you can catch a woman at a bad time or just an inconvenient time. It's not always. No, Red Pill, I can't hear you. You gotta turn your you gotta look at the top and you'll see the ad, you'll see a microphone, you'll see the video. So you wanna I think you got your mic clicked on and you you have it muted. So you want to unmute it when you want to talk. So I don't think nothing's wrong with your reception. I just think you have your mic muted. But yeah, man, you want to be able to adapt. So I see my man Red Pill, he trying to get on and say something. I think he's having a issue with unmuting his mic, which I get it because I had an issue the last time I fucking taped this show. So it happens. But he is here. Shout out to everybody. Let's get another question, man. King Solomon, man, what's going on with you, man? Ask these players something so they can give you this expert level game. And we watching. and if the comments sometimes, I'm gonna just let y'all know. Sometimes the comments can be delayed, so don't get pissed off and say they skipping me or no shit like that. Because sometimes I used to be that guy. I used to be watching stuff and be like, damn, he don't see what I wrote. But now that I'm doing it, sometimes that shit do be delayed. So now I totally understand it. You know what I'm saying? Red Pill, you still here? Press Red Pill. If you on and you just trying to do something, just write it in the chat so I know what your status is. Because I can see your icon. I just don't know what you're doing. So the same icon you push to take the video off, just the one next to it, unmute your mic. And then we can go. Let me see something. Hang out. Somebody just no, not put mic on and I don't know what that. Somebody's typing right now. I think this might be Red Pill saying some shit. Let me see. I was talking about put it in the chat though. Okay, I hear you coming in now. Heard you coming in. Here, boom. Attraction Mansion. Tell him about your day. What's going on, man? While he gets on here. Because he at work. Yeah, I know it's your first time. It's all good.
All right. Well, just like my day, what I'm doing right now.
Matter of fact, tell him two things. Tell him about what you're doing today and tell him about your last date. How'd your last date go?
My last date. Oh, okay.
Tell him how your last day went and tell him what kind of game you used. Break down the game that you used on your last date. Boom.
All right. Well, I mean, today I'm not really doing anything. I'm just watching football. But on my last date, it was actually like last weekend, I think. I was out with this girl and we were just like friends at this time because I did something where I framed her as my friend so that I would like be harder to get. So I framed myself as her friend first, and then that made her chase me more, which you can do. And then what I ended up doing is I used a lot of negative body language and I talked like sexual jokes towards her, made sexual innuendos, and just like played with her a little bit. And we'd been friends for about 2 months. And then I decided like she's kind of chill, so I'm gonna take her on a date. So then after we flirted for a little bit, she actually texted me. She's like, you want to come over and get some pizza? And I was like, shit, she already wants me or whatever. But I told her no because first of all I was busy, and then plus if you tell a girl no when she's asking you out, you become so incredibly attractive because you're hard to get.
Say that shit again, man. Let them hear that again.
if a girl asks you out and you end up telling her no, you come across with incredibly high value, because what guy, you have to have unlimited women to just like deny a attractive girl a date. That just means you have a ton of women to talk to, and that's so attractive to girls. But anyway, I decided to work on that, and then I took her out to Zesty's. I told her I wasn't gonna pay for her. I was just there for a good time, because I don't like to pay for girls on the first date. That's just mine.
Hold on. See, this is what I'm saying. He knows this fucking shit. He's turning down pussy already. He don't even want to. Y'all, see, y'all be asking for the dates. He in high school. He don't even want to do it. But y'all asking how to do it. He already figured out that that's not the way to do it. Keep going. I just got it, because for real, because when I hear people say shit that I already know or think, and it come from somebody else, I get excited.
Right.
Because people always be like, well, that's because of you. No, it's not because of me. He said the same shit that I be saying. You don't have a grill or nothing, or no Gucci shirt on or nothing. So shut the fuck up with that shit.
My parents don't buy my clothes. Yeah, but yeah. So then I decided to take her out, and I had the mindset of not already just like deciding that I liked her. I was just like, had the mindset of, if she wins me over, then I'll like her. But like, I didn't like her from the get-go. I try to have that mindset, because if you have the mindset that, oh, she's hot, I'm going to do anything I can for her, that's completely wrong. You want to put yourself on a pedestal, not her. So I was doing that, and I was going through, we were just hitting it off at the beginning, got our food and stuff, and I wanted to make sure that I started initiating touch or whatever. So I went to the bathroom, and then I snuck up kind of behind her. I tapped her on the shoulder on the opposite side, so she turned the opposite way, and then like we had a good laugh about that or whatever. And then I got into the qualifying stage that I like to go to. So once we were hitting it off and she was having a good laugh about something we'd done the previous weekend with our group of friends, I decided to qualify her. So I had her about her coolest qualities, the coolest things that's happened to her in her life, and what she thinks is the coolest things about her. And then I accepted them so that I could confirm the attraction there, because I was fairly certain she was already pretty into me at that point. And then from there, I decided to go on to my rapport strategies, which I was going to light rapport first, which is where you just ask a generalized question, where I always go to, so take me through everything that you've done today. And then once she takes you through everything that you've done that day, or that she's done that day, is I went into something that she wouldn't expect me to go into, because I go into unexpected rapport topics, because what this does is it makes it so you become less needy, because if you go for the obvious topics, that's what every other guy does. You want to get to them eventually, but I don't like to get to them right away. So I started talking about what she ate for breakfast that morning, and I started having a few laughs about that. And then I started getting it into, I asked her more deep questions as we went on. Like, I eased my way into it, and eventually we were talking about religion and stuff like that. And then once I got her to reveal her feelings about that and like tie it into how it connected to her childhood back when she was younger, what it did is we were just getting in that deep conversation where you're looking in their eyes and you can just like see there's something special there, And this is where you're creating love, or so to sorts, at the very beginning stages. And then once I got to the end of that topic, I cut it off, which I call the release or whatever. And I go back to talking about something smaller and building it back up. And I also try to avoid negative topics. Don't talk about negative topics as much if you can. I mean, some emotion behind anything is going to be good for you in the long run. But if you talk about your negative experiences a lot, and she talks about her negative experiences, if you guys get into a relationship, she's going to end up talking about negativity all the time around you. She's going to come to you with all her problems, and you don't really want to frame it that way. But yeah, we just had a good time, got into some deep conversations, and then I took her home. I gave her a kiss after. I used my favorite line. I said, like, I was just talking to her at the end, and then we were just kind of looking at each other for like, say, like 15 seconds. We were just kind of looking at each other, and then I said, I really want to kiss you right now. And then she just leaned in and kissed me, and we had a quick little like 5-second kiss, and then she took off. I drove away, and that was that.
That's what's up, man. How long you think it's gonna take you to finish the job with her? What you think? It's just your obvious, your honest observation. You think it's gonna take a month, the whole school year? What you think?
Well, we've still been talking a lot, and I'm friends with some of her friends. I've been talking to them, and apparently she's been talking about me a lot. So I'm debating if I want to try to start something smaller with her, go on a few more dates, or if I want to try to go for the whole big deal. I've kind of just been thinking about it and then flirting around with some other girls because it's fun. So
yeah, do you guys notice the concept of he's the one in control the whole fucking time? Do y'all understand that what that is? What he's saying? What I want to do, what I feel like, what she, it's him. That's the fucking mindset and dynamic of this shit. You know, that's so important because you can chase women all day, but you're putting women in the position to be like, do I like him? Do I want to go on a? That's the whole fuck. That's why you fuck up. But that was excellent game right there. Lawrence D. Adams, tell us about your last date, man.
Well, I haven't been on a date in a minute, but I had a situation that we talked about last Friday when I went to the casino and I met up with one of my buddies I haven't seen in about 20 years. Well, about 13 years. And so pretty much at 2 o'clock, everything wraps up. We're at the dancing and everything like that. So he was talking to this young lady. She had 2 other friends. And so the 2 other friends were, just looking in space. So I said, let me talk to them while he shoot his game at this particular young lady. So they were beauticians. So we talked about hair. So I model and things like that. So from there, she said, well, why don't we sit in the bar and you sit in the middle? I said, perfect. I like that. So I sat in the middle. And what I did, they began to continue talking about hair. And so what I did was, it's ringing.
Yo. Oh, you can hear me now. Yo. You can't see me? Shit.
Yeah, we can see you. And
you can see me?
Yeah.
You can hear me now too. All right, good. I got this shit on 2 phones now.
Yeah, take one of them off.
Man, give me a second.
But just mute your mic so Lawrence can finish talking.
Yeah, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
So from there I was at the bar, and they ordered some hot chocolate. So they sent me the hot chocolate. So I began to change the conversation. Key word, I changed the conversation on how I wanted to go. So when I began to change the conversation, the young lady on the left of me said, you know what? I used to run my man. I used to tell him what to do. And I used to run him. When I say get up, he'll get up. He would go work and he'll do whatever I say do. I said, that's interesting because you know what? You would never do that to me. And she's like, oh, really? You would never do that to me? I said, yes, you would never do that to me. So what I did, I said, you want a live example of what I would do? She said, sure, what you was do? So the other lady on the right-hand side, she was in and out the conversation. So what I did was I grabbed the lady on the left by the throat.
Oh.
Got in her face. And told her, and I normally don't cuss, I'm real laid back, real cool dude, but I said something. I said, if you would have ever do that to me, or I grabbed her by her throat, I said, I will come in your face. And she jumped, and she squirmed, she said, I will follow you. So she was so taken back by that. So the other young lady on the right really didn't hear that part of it because I was in her ear saying that. She said, you got to tell her what you told me. I said, I don't know. She may not be ready to hear it. Once again, building anticipation for what I had to say. Just giving some game right there. So she said, yeah, I want to hear it. That means now she's committed to hearing what I have to say. So I said, I told her. I grabbed her by her neck. And I said the same thing. I said, if you move 1 minute, or if you move, I will come in your face. She shook, and she's like, oh my God. they were so taken back because I was so direct. Two, I already got their permission to do it. So all this Me Too movement, oh, you can't do that. No, I got their permission. Cameras on me. They already see we were interacting, and I did not. And so it's not a violation. It's pure taking charge of the situation. Every woman wants a leader, and that was the gist of what I was expressing to these two young ladies. But I gave a live example by grabbing them by their neck. Now, it wasn't a hard grab. It was just a grab to let you know, I got you. And a lot of men are afraid to express that masculine side of them because of the Me Too movement or whatever the case may be. But once you begin to step into that arena and be you, you'll see women comply to you like never before. So you there, Alfie?
Yo.
I said, mindful attraction getting this grown man game, grabbing them by their throats and shit.
Yo, y'all can hear me now?
Yeah.
All right, boom. Great. Let me know when you want me to go in.
Get your shit off, man. You just coming in.
Yeah, no doubt. I was listening to what everybody was saying. I kind of agree with what everyone was saying. The first person to speak when they was talking about how they're being very commanding when they're talking to women. They're not necessarily asking for the number; they're demanding the number. Like I myself, like the other gentleman said, the way I used to get numbers was same thing. I would have my phone already ready on the contact, and I would tell the woman, "Yo, put your number down here," or we need to finish this conversation. Put your number down. And if I'm in the club or whatever, I used to give a chick my phone. Like, yo, I wouldn't even say nothing. I would just hand her my phone. Like, boom. Like, you already know what it is. Walk away. Go talk to a couple other chicks, come to my peoples, or go grab a drink. By the time I come back, she done got her name in there, her phone number, her address, her social security, and all that stuff. So besides that, yeah, man, just gotta be very direct, very demanding, man. Like back in the days, they used to call me blunt, but that's a very a crude term. So my friends call me sincere because I'm a type of person. It's hard for me to throw sugar onto my words, man. I mean, I do it now because, you know, I gotta, you know, move through society. But me, my personal self, who I am in my personal life, I'm a no nonsense type of person. Chicks see that and they appreciate that because a lot of dudes out here nowadays that get walked on, I get walked over, do whatever they want or do whatever they can to get the pussy, scared to be themselves. I got to a point where I realized, well, I already knew, like my OG taught me, you got to start a relationship the way you want it to end. So with that being said, I had the mindset that I'm going to be 100% myself at the beginning all the way through. I'm not going to be the nice guy in the beginning. I'm not going to be a gentleman and try to cater to your feelings. Like, I need you to want me for who I am, because I'm not about to build an avatar and an ambassador and try to play that ambassador or whatever for the whole type of relationship. So that's what I got to say so far.
That's what you had to say now. Excuse me, it's smoke in my mouth. Fuck.
Yeah, no doubt.
Because but tell them about who you are on your channel. Because we already did that. You missed that. You just hopped on talking shit. They're like,
no doubt. My bad. Listen. This is the Red Pill Chauvinist. I am your braggadocious yet very humble host. Straight out of Long Island, New York. I consider myself the Red Pill Chauvinist after reading the mother of all red pills, The Manipulated Man by Esther Villar. I don't know if y'all ever heard of that, but after reading that book, I had so many thoughts, ideas, and feelings about the way society was and the way women were and dating and all that. But anytime I would speak on it, people would look at me like I had three heads. It wasn't until I started, watching like Afi King, Lucario, Mr. Lucario, so on and so forth, Black Ram, that it became refreshing to hear the things that they were saying, because the people around me, the family around me, weren't speaking the same way that I was speaking or talking the way I was talking. So after reading the book and talking to my younger nephew, my younger brother, my little cousin, she's like 22. She was like, you know what? Because I used to always drop these gems on them. They were like, you know what, yo, you need to start your own YouTube channel. And understand, I'm a very, very private person. Like, I'm not out there in the world and the lights and cameras and all that. Like, I'm very in the cut. But this is something that literally that's been told to me since I was maybe like 13 years old. I've had girls tell me like, you need your own show. And this is before the internet or anything like that. So when my cousin said that to me, it's almost like I had a flashback of all those times women or dudes just told me like, yo, you need your own show, man. The shit you be saying, people need to hear this. So boom, I just started the channel. Like I said, even till today, I just do it. I do it just for the fun of it. Like I'm not looking for no bread right now. I'm just dropping gems. If anybody likes what I have to say, then good for them. If they could take it and become a better person, if they can flush out the blue pill out their system, like that's who I feel like I am as the red pill chauvinist. Like I've stated before, I'm not a dating coach. I'm not really any type of coach. I really don't even like any titles. What I like to see myself is as a person who wakes people up. That's why I decided to use the name Red Pill. You know what the Red Pill is from the Matrix, and the chauvinist is a cheerleader. So I'm a cheerleader for the Red Pill mindset, which I read from the coach Red Pill is basically you stay away from society's narrative. You stray away from society's narrative, and you try to find your own answers. And it's the type of personality that I have. Like I don't just go with whatever the TV tells me, whatever music tells me, whatever the news tells me. Like I think logically, I think with reason. I put my emotions to the side like a man should, and I move accordingly. So basically, that's what it is.
I'm right here.
All right, no doubt. All right, no doubt.
Well,
So yes, so that's me, man. Red Pill chauvinist.
well said, man. And you on the clock getting money while you're doing this. See the purpose. See what the purpose does, man. So
Absolutely, absolutely.
Let's play a game, man, because I know all y'all individually, right? So at the same time, y'all get to know each other. At the same time, y'all can get to know each other better, and the audience gonna hear it too. So
absolutely, absolutely.
Man, Shahovinist, shoot my man Mindful Attraction the question. Gray beard, show, you feel me? Do it like that. Whip this shit off.
All right, who you want me to ask the question to?
Ask the Gray Beard Chronicles.
Gray Beard Chronicles. All right.
Adam.
What would you say? What would you say was the turning point? I mean, because I believe we all at one point in our life had a little blue pill or something else, correct? Do we agree with that?
Yeah, to an extent, yeah.
To an extent. So at what point or what was it, Gray Beard, that made you fully immersed in the red pill mindset?
That's a good question. I haven't really
Lawrence,
talked about it.
Real quick, would you rather him call you Lawrence D. Adams, or you want him to stick with the Gray Beard? I'm talking shit. Don't mind my humor.
It's Lawrence D. Adams. Great Beard Chronicles is just our branding.
Okay, Lawrence D.
Lawrence Adams. Lawrence D. Adams. Great Beard Chronicles is just a branding that I use for my videos. But,
so how do you want me to refer to you as? Lawrence D. Lawrence D. Adams?
Yeah, Lawrence D. Adams.
All right, got you.
So that's a good question. I really don't talk about it because, as same as you, I'm very private. And so what happened was I was married at one time, got divorced, then I jumped into another marriage right after that. And so I had 2 kids with the first, and I jumped into a marriage, didn't listen to the preacher, what was her uncle who know the game, and we ended up moving to Atlanta. And I'm working 2 jobs. She's working, trying to work, and she wanted to go into the music industry because Atlanta at that time was music industry, which it still is pretty popping. So what happened is she wanted to bring a producer. We had two a spare bedroom. She wanted to bring the producers equipment into our spare bedroom. So I'm working, and they're singing and whatever. So I come home one day. I come home from work, and there's no dinner for me.
Okay.
What happened to the dinner?
Right.
I gave it to, he was hungry. I went, oh,
what?
I
Your
said,
wife?
You know what? I immediately, I contacted my grandmother because she's the one out, I said, Grand, this what's going on. She said, what you need to do is don't say nothing, lay low, stack your money. So sure enough, I began to stack my money, paid all the bills, make sure she was good, never said a word, kept it real fluffy, kept it real light. So we ended up getting into it. I mean, like a fist fight. We ended up getting into it.
Wow.
Police came out.
Wow.
Police came out. I said, listen, all I did was put her to the ground. You can look at me. I'm physically, she scratched me up, whatever the case may be. He said, sir, you got to leave the premises. I said, look, my name is on the lease.
It don't matter.
And what happened is, because this was in Marietta, Georgia, I can tell it's Marietta, Georgia. I I end up staying in the when you go look at an apartment, they show you the rental, how the apartment will look when it's set up. I end up staying there at night. So what happened was, that was the turning point. I said, you know what? I got married the second time this fast. Something is wrong with something. I need to adjust in me. Something I don't know. And all the old men that I've been around that was in the game and things like that, it didn't click in until that moment. I remember walking to the library and begin searching for answers on what I need to do to adjust I realized the issue wasn't her. We ended up getting divorced, of course, but I had to adjust myself because I was in such a state of shock. I'm here in Atlanta I have family there, but not close family, cousins. I said I made an adjustment. The moment I made that adjustment, my game began to shift because I began to read content like crazy. I began to digest. Not only did I read, I began to apply like crazy.
Say it again. Action.
I began to apply like crazy. So this is club down in Atlanta called it was not there anymore. I can't think of it. It's one compound 112. It was another one, Vegas, called Vegas Nights. So my cousin's like, you got to go out, man. You got to go meet some girls. So what I would do is I would apply what I've learned from different books and things like that. I would go to the library. I would go to the bookstore over on Cobb Parkway. So anybody from Atlanta would know Cobb Parkway. I would go over there, go to the Barnes and Nobles, picked up Tyreek's book. I would pick up this book. I got a book here. I need to talk about how to wipe train. Things like I begin to digest. When I begin to digest, and not only did I digest it, I began to apply what I learned. My game changed immediately. My interaction with women had changed immediately. My cousins and his friends like, how are you doing this? I said, listen, it's a change in mindset. It's a different way of approaching. And that started my journey to coming out of blue pill and coming into red pill and adjusting. Has it been easy? No, it has not been easy. I don't care what nobody says, it's not easy because you've been programmed this way for so long. So now to come out of it and to approach a different way, it's amazing. And the respect that I have for myself first, and then realizing that I'm the prize, something I teach my two sons. Now they see it lived out in front of them makes the difference. So that's definitely. Now, and the interesting thing in all of this, when I see my ex-wife, my first ex-wife and I, we on good terms, lovely. When I see that second ex-wife, it's interesting because she thought I was going to die. I'm gonna tell you right now, I came back to Cleveland shining like a star because I said, you know what? I was not going to allow you to hold me down. And I'm telling you that my life has changed from that point. So that's an excellent question.
Hey, that was some dope commentary right there. So look, so in honor of football season, right? Boom. This is freestyle game I'm giving you right now. So red pill quarterback. Bam, you the quarterback now. So get my man.
Yes, sir.
Get my man Mansion Attraction. I don't know the name behind his name, whatever you want to add. And then after that, you're gonna be the quarterback, man. I'll ask you something. Get my man.
All right, Mansion.
The question, man. Something you might.
Mansion attraction. You? Yeah. How you said you're 17?
What's the question?
The question is, damn, at 17, like with you having the knowledge that you have, what's the word I'm looking for? What reception? What's the difference between your other peers and yourself that you notice the difference between, the reception you get from women, the type of knowledge you have, and the type of other 17-year-olds don't have the same knowledge as you. So what's the difference in reception that you see that they get from the women compared to what you get?
Yeah. Well, since I'm in high school, the majority of other guys my age have no clue what they're doing. They do the typical protocol. Oh, treat her with respect. Just be yourself. Be really nice. Stuff like that. And
right.
I don't like to share what I know with people that I'm really close with. Or I share it with a few people that I'm close with, but I don't share it with many people because, like many people that I know in my school, because it's so far more advanced than other people, and half the time people will just be like, "That's not true. That's way too complicated. That's not true." Girls.
I got 40-year-olds still telling me that, man. Go ahead.
I know. It's just like, it's like, bro, you don't have to believe me. I don't care. I know it works. So instead of trying to tell people that this stuff works, is I see my other friends and my other guys go out with girls. I'll be on like a double date with them, and I'll just like be able to pick out in my head everything they're doing wrong, and I'm just like, yeah,
exactly,
this is gonna work out. My friend had this really hot girl that liked him for like 2 weeks or whatever. He got in with her, they had a thing or whatever, and then he started being a pushover, and I was like, dude, this isn't a bump.
Pussy started drying up. Go ahead.
Yeah, they ended up having a thing for only like 2 days, and it ended there. And I was like, I so called that. I know exactly what was going to happen. And it's just like, instead of telling people all this stuff and like, oh, you have to believe me, this works. First of all, I like to keep myself ahead of everybody else. And I also see that when I actually use my stuff and it works, girls are like, how the hell did you get that girl? Or guys are like, how the hell did you get that girl, dude? She's so hot. Or like, oh my God, her ass is huge. And I'm just like, dude, it's all in the mindset.
Yeah.
And then people are just like dumbfounded. And I just love seeing that on people's faces. It's so fun.
That's dope. Quarterback, go. Shoot. Who you got, me?
Say that again?
Ask me some shit.
I got to ask you one follow-up question, though.
Go ahead.
I got to ask you one follow-up. No, hold on. I got one more follow-up question, man. I got to know, man, go through, a divorce or whatever before they become red pill. You're young and you have this mindset, man.
Can you repeat that last part? You were like cutting out.
Yo, can y'all hear me good now?
Yeah.
Yeah. What I was saying is usually people have like, a long-term relationship or a divorce or something like that before they turn red pill. How the hell are you so young and you're not programmed? Like, how did you avoid the programming of the blue pill?
Right. Well, I mean, obviously I did get that from the beginning because everybody gets that from the beginning. And I got into freshman year of high school, and honestly, I was watching a YouTube video, just like a random YouTube video. And you know how those ads before the YouTube videos, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So one of them was this interesting video about the concept of pre-selection, which is what I talk a lot about. And it talked about this book called The Tao of Badass by Joshua Pelletier. And at first I'm like, this is a scam. This can't be real, whatever. So I look up some reviews and people are like, oh, this shit works. This shit's so true. And I'm like, huh. So I try to find a free version online and I can't.
Of course.
And then I'm like, you know what? People are saying this is changing their lives. I'm just going to buy it. So I spent $67.
Invest in yourself. Yes.
Yeah. So I spent that $67. I read that entire book. I took notes on every single little thing. And it was just so fascinating to me how it all worked. So I started reading other books like Attraction Isn't a Choice by David D'Angelo and Double Your Dating by David D'Angelo, and seeing different stuff from this account called The Attractive Man. And I just I got so ingrained in it. And now I have a Google Docs page or a document where I have over 100 pages of notes.
Wow.
I just took notes on all that shit. And it's just so fascinating to me because I love the idea of being able to control different social situations without like other people being in charge. Like I can see social situations lay out in front of me and exactly how they're going to work. And especially with girls. And it's just I love seeing people's faces, and I love when people come to me for help because I love giving help and I can't help myself.
It's almost wizardry. Once you get the knowledge, it's almost wizardry, man.
Yeah.
Well
it's like magic.
Well spoken.
Yo, Afi King, I got a question for you, man. What do you love most about traveling, man? Cause I know you definitely one of the people on this panel that travels, man. So tell me one place you like to go to, and tell me in general what you like about traveling.
Traveling. I've been traveling since I was 20. What I like the most about it, it's refreshing. It's the best way for me to reset because
Right.
when you get caught up in routine, you go to work, you see your friends, you see your girlfriend, you work, whatever it is that you do, your gym, it becomes routine. And once you get into a routine, you get so in tune with it that you miss out on life. So traveling
Facts.
straight from that, man, because you get to see people from different backgrounds and just like when you go to the third world countries, people are outside and people are outside back at home, but you can just tell that they just have no worries, man. They're not worried about Facebook and fucking gold chains and shit. They're worried about family, hanging out. And like my boy Talleyrand, he said him and his, he used to be barefoot. Like when you grow up like that, it changed your whole outlook on life and it makes you appreciate this.
Absolutely.
And I feel like us as people, we miss out on that. Just like guys with girls, guys want girls so bad, and no one likes to fail. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, is if you change your mindset, you actually learn from the process, and you'll see improvement in yourself. And when you see improvement in yourself, you'll continue to aspire to grow.
Absolutely. So, what's your favorite place to visit, man? To travel to?
Right now, I think I want to say. I like Thailand, man.
Really?
Yeah, and I like Belize too. I could live in Belize. It's just really cool out there.
So between Thailand and Belize, where would you recommend my next trip be?
Thailand.
Thailand.
Thailand. They gonna make you feel so good out there when you just walk around and shit, man. It's crazy.
Well, it's funny. It's funny you say that because my brother actually recommended that I go to Thailand also.
Say it again.
I said my brother also recommended that I go to Thailand.
Yeah, man, go to Thailand. I'm telling you, man. You just feel it, man. You just feel it. I'm telling you, like it's just a different thing over there, man. And people bow at you, and they're so kind, and they just make you feel so good. And everybody's so courteous. Everybody's smiling. They know hip hop there. People speak English.
Nice.
The bitches are fine. Like,
really? Are they receptive to foreigners?
Yeah, they like black guys. I don't know. They might not like no. You know what? They'll like Attraction Mansion too. See, you can put a game early, man, because you're gonna be hearing all this shit, and you're gonna be wanting to do it earlier than what you would if you wasn't.
That's true. I definitely wish I started traveling at a younger age.
You just came back from Colombia.
Yes, sir. Oh yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, I went out there for a quick trip. Man, that's damn near my second home now, man. But I really need to start finding someplace else to go because the first time I went out there, man, I had such a good time. The people are great. The food is excellent. But I have nothing bad to say. Like I've been there at least maybe 7 times. Never had any aggression. Never had no issues, no nothing out there, man. With police, with the locals, with women, with nobody. Everything's a green light, man. So because of that, since the first time I went to Colombia, I haven't gone anywhere else, man. Now that I think about it, besides like a Toronto or like, you know, you said what? This chick that I met out there, a few times ago, she's actually a Colombian fashion model, and she's actually doing fashion designing also. So she got called in for Fashion Week to display her line, her fashion line. So I said, "Fuck it, man. Let me hop on the plane and go support her." So she appreciated that. She showed me her appreciation for that.
You want to hear something funny?
What's that?
This is expert level game right here. See, I set you up for a stunt right there.
Oh yeah. Good looking. That's why you my bro, man.
So y'all heard what he said. Oh, he just got bitches in Colombia. His bitch in Colombia fashion show, you know. Oh yeah. That's just what I went there for. Yeah, one of my bitches in Colombia. That's what I'm saying. See how stupid y'all sound when y'all be stressed.
You stressing the local bitch. The local bitch with 3 babies and 4 baby daddies, man. I can't do it.
See, I ain't texting you back, but this man just said, "Oh, I just had to go to Colombia, Medellin, to go to one of my bitches
real quick.
That I met out there previous times before."
Yeah, real quick.
No, New York motherfuckers get the humor because y'all
sorry. Right. All of it. You understand? I don't be stunting like this in real life. I don't tell people my business, man. Like I'm a solo dolo is my AKA, man. When people see me, I'm 90% of the time solo dolo, man.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate the honesty, man, and the game that you're giving, man.
Word. Nah. It'll sink in time, man.
Y'all feeling the Super Friends, man? We got New York in the house, we got Wisconsin in the house, we got Oakland in the house, and we got Cleveland, Ohio in the house. All over.
Yo, I'm gonna put on me right now.
Old OG.
You know what I mean?
We got all of the shit. I'm telling you. So, Attraction Mansion, you quarterback now, man. Ask one of us a question, man. Lawrence, Red Pill should hold this, or myself. Bam.
All right. Lawrence, what do you think is the biggest like tip that you can give like young people that are first getting into this? Like, what do you think is the biggest tip to motivate people to get into this and be able to stick with it?
Yeah, that's probably what's gonna happen, man. So what's the other one you said? Girl Scout? Presidential.
Wait, Lawrence, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Lawrence,
Yeah,
you here?
Girl Scout with G. Never heard of that. Yeah. Girl Scout with G. That's the piece you gave me before.
Red Pill, mute your mic real quick.
No. You're right.
Okay.
He was a cookie.
Red Pill, mute your mic.
Can you hear me now?
Lawrence.
Yes, sir.
Okay, he asked you a question. I didn't hear it because Red Pill he was talking to his homies in the background and shit. Ask it again, man. I'm gonna mute my shit.
Okay. Great.
Do you want me to repeat it?
Yes, please.
All right. I was just asking you, what is the number one tip that you would tell young people or people who are just getting into game to keep them motivated and like make sure that they know there's hope and there's a reason to change and that it's not all for nothing?
Wow, you asked a hard question, and the reason, and it's interesting that you would ask that. I have 2 kids. My oldest son will be 18. My other one will be 16 in January 1st. So it's really talking to them. So I guess the biggest thing I share with them, the biggest thing I taught them since they were little, that they were the prize, and that once they realize that they're the prize in this interaction with women, that their interaction will begin to change. And it's funny because right now I can see in their interaction, they're taking that mindset. So I guess the biggest thing is the mindset. Once you begin to embrace this mindset that you are the prize, or that this is your world, and that the people are coming into it and women are coming into it, it begins to change everything about it. Please understand, it's deeper than just getting women and pulling off women and having all the sex in the world. It's about creating a whole world that fits you. And so I think that's the biggest mindset I think that a lot of young people need to embrace now, because they've been told opposite. So when I share with my 2 sons, that's what I share with them. The importance of realizing that this world is yours. You are the master of your world, your universe. So the women are just second, they come along. But once you carry yourself in such a way, so I'm gonna give you an example. What I do is I have my sons walk with me in the mall. I say, look, you walk like you own this mall. And what happens is people look at them like, why are they walking like that? But it also attracts people, and now it gives them opportunity to talk or to share what they need to do.
Fire
so that's
game.
what I'm saying. Hello?
If I say a fire game, that's all.
Oh, okay. So that's the biggest thing right there. The importance of knowing that they are the prize. I've been instilling them since, and I've been saying this the other thing for someone that's my son 16 and 17, 18. I said that you're here for a purpose. Once you realize that you're here for a purpose, you will begin to change immediately what you do and how you handle situations. So I guess that's the biggest thing I can share to keep you in this, and realize that the benefits of this, it's going to astonish you, because it does not just apply to women. It's going to apply to life, money, business, and everything else. Once you have this mindset, like you said earlier, you watch how social constructs happen. You begin to, I don't like to use the word manipulate, but you begin to control different social constructs and for your favor, and you'll see the rewards of that.
Yeah, and I can attest to that, because even in high school, I've already seen that playing out. It's definitely something you want to learn. So,
Y'all got a lot of game right there. Attraction, I'm gonna call him Wiz Kid. That's what I call him. Y'all can call him Attraction Action. Wiz Kid, you the quarterback, man. Shoot one out for me, red pill, or get a question in the chat. Go.
All right. I'll go red pill, and then I'll go you last. Red pill. What? Or are you good on body language concepts, kind of?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yep.
All right, beautiful. Yeah, absolutely. I believe what do you call that? Communication is over 90% body language.
Yep, I agree. What would you say are the most important things for the audience to like know about body language when it comes to attracting women?
Oh, you mean for yourself or for reading it in women?
For what your body language is when you're talking to the woman.
Well, number one, I wouldn't stand directly in front of a woman because it could seem I don't know, too aggressive. I usually like to stand to the side of a woman when I'm talking to her. Also, I don't like to stand in front of them because it makes it seem like they're the prize, you know. But as far as body language, I would definitely have a straight posture. Make sure that that a straight posture, but I also would want to be loose. I don't want you standing like you're standing in front of Buckingham Palace or anything like that. But don't slouch. Definitely don't slouch. Eye contact is very important, but I wouldn't be a creep and standing up into a woman's eyes for 5 minutes straight. But definitely strong eye contact, strong posture. Well, like Ron Will says, if you work out, that shouldn't be a problem when you're standing next to a woman, because if you work out, your posture should be straight, your back should be straight, your chest should be out, all the things that women are attracted to. So if I was to say anything about body language, it would definitely be back straight, chin up, eye contact.
Yep, I agree 100% with what you said. Not a single thing I would change at all.
And also have a little sense of humor. Like sometimes people think they got to be serious and they got the killer face. Like, nah, I'm not saying you should be a clown, which is saying all your teeth within the first 30 seconds. But definitely have a sense of humor. Be serious. Look no nonsense, but also look like you have a sense of humor. Don't seem like you're only one-sided. You know what I'm saying? Try to show different sides of yourself within that first meeting, within that first interaction.
Everything you said is exactly what I've read and exactly what I've heard throughout my research. So yeah, that's
nice.
I got something for that. Let me throw something out there.
Right, yes, sir.
This is Lawrence Dion. So
yes, sir.
I was in Atlanta. It was this chick that I met in IKEA. So you're talking about body language. So I'm shooting my game, shooting my gift, and what I noticed was her foot. Pay attention. Her foot was pointing towards me.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
So once I noticed her foot was pointed towards me and not away, I kept going. We went on a date that day. We went to California Pizza in Atlanta Station. The next week she came over. Do you know what happened after that next week? We did what we needed to do. We did
absolutely.
She became my girl for 3 years after that because I paid attention to her body language.
Mm-hmm.
And so I want to definitely throw that in there. Just that simple nuance of seeing that her foot was pointed towards me, I knew that I was already in there.
So there you go. See, before I was describing body language for the male, but as far as the female, you are absolutely right. Definitely look at which direction her body is facing towards. I mean, like her chest, like you said, maybe her feet. But if she's pointing away from you, then she's probably not that interested. If she's just looking at you and the whole body's facing away, nah, not so much. Because I've noticed that sometimes I could walk up to a chick in a club or a lounge, whatever, and their body's facing not necessarily towards me, but within the first 90 seconds of the conversation, or maybe I crack a joke or whatever the case may be, you'll see her body language like switch and turn towards me. Once I see her body language facing and her energy's facing towards me, I know I got the green light. Now I'm just playing Phil Jackson after that.
Yeah, dude. I also agree. There's something like whenever I do it is I try to match their body language so that you never come across as too needy. Because if you're matching theirs, you'll never come across as needy too. I think that's important for people to know. Yeah, and then Afi.
Look at this, man. See, look, you on a panel and you get an interview you get an interview experience. Now you got your own panel now. See what we doing here? We learning from each other right now.
Exactly. Each one teach one, man.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying. It's a whole nother vibe over here, man.
All right.
It's the super friends vibe. Go ahead.
All right, Afi. What can you say about the different tests that women give men and how to make sure you pass them to gain attraction?
I got some expert level game for you. I'm about to lace you, youngster, real fast. You better be lucky you on this panel right now. Shit, I'm about to tell you because I already know it's not what you think I'm gonna say. I already know. So what do I think about the testing shit women give you, and how do I go about passing them?
Yep.
Start off testing myself. I don't have to worry about a woman's past if I'm the one I'm the one giving the test, right? I'm the one teaching. She's following I'm testing her. She don't even get a chance. I'm pre-qualifying her when I meet her. I'm already feeling, do I like her? Is she broke? Is she gonna be a problem? That's how I'm looking at it. And that's the difference right there. I don't have to pass no test. I'm testing you. You know?
Yep.
How can
I
you?
agree. I agree.
And when I'm testing them from the gate, they're already in approval mode to pass tests. They don't even know they're being tested. But when I'm throwing shit out there, when somebody throws something at you, you try to catch it, right? I'm out. Who said that today?
Yes, sir. 100.
All right, Lawrence, man. All right, quarterback Lawrence, go.
Okay, this is Lawrence. Oh, this is a question I have for my young dude. I know I hate that part being young, but in your readings and what you've been studying, what you've been going through, what would you say? What would you see yourself in 20 years in this game?
In this game, honestly, I'm one of the people who I originally did this because I wanted to make sure that I didn't end up being like 40 years old and alone. Oh wait, Red Pill, can you mute?
Oh, hold on, my bad.
Thank you. But I was one of the guys who was going into it because I wanted to make sure that when I was in my 40s and 50s or whatever, that I had a stable relationship because I want to have a wife and I want to have that relationship in the future. And I realized that as I learn now, I can experiment with all these different girls and have my fun in the younger years. But then in 20 years from now, I'd like to see myself married and in a stable relationship. And I've also done a decent amount of research on like how to make sure you maintain that relationship and keep everything going smoothly and don't let the attraction die out because, as you know, probably about 50% of marriages end in divorce nowadays. And I don't want to be one of those people. And yeah, that's just my mindset on that.
That's a good outlook to be planning out like that, because once you begin to get this experience at this level, when you go to choose a wife, you have a better understanding, a better repertoire of how to choose one, versus if you just start off the gate at say 17, 18, 19, and you just choose the first girl and you marry, you have no experience on how women are. So that's a good way of looking. And I think a lot of young guys really need to hear that. They need to go and experience different women, not just American, but just experience women on a whole. So that's good.
Yeah, it's all practice. So,
correct.
Yeah.
My dude in New York, Long Island. I lived in the Bronx for a while, so I know you know.
Yes, sir.
So
yeah, New York is a whole different beast. Go ahead.
Yeah. I lived in the Bronx, Fordham Road.
Woo! The Bronx. The Bronx and Staten Island, the two boroughs I barely go to, man. It's too crazy out there. Go ahead, dog.
So my question to you, now you made this shift from blue pill to red pill, and now you're on your journey to where you're going. Same question to you, but it's going to be a little bit different, is where do you see this taking you, say, in 5 years? I gave him 20, I'm giving you 5. Where do you see this? How do you see this evolving around you? This knowledge.
Well, Well, I grew up in a 2-family home. My parents are still married, 45 years, whatever the case may be. So if you had asked me this question 2-3 years ago, my answer would be probably similar to the whiz kid. But now, after all this knowledge, this red pill mindset, in 5 years, I see myself still on my purpose, achieving new goals or completing old goals, but basically focusing on myself. To be honest, I'm at a point now, and everything I'm saying as far as North America is concerned, because these ideas can change easily in a foreign land. Like right now, I can tell you that I don't see myself getting married. I don't see myself having children because I'm not going to 40. I know I look young, but I'm not going to 40. So I don't know if I want kids with an American woman, worrying about child support, so on and so forth. So the idea of that in North America is almost out the window. But in 5 years, to be honest, 5 years, I see myself living outside of North America, man. With all this traveling that I'm doing, all the love that I get when I travel, all the relaxation I get, the therapy that I feel, I could see myself having a dual citizenship somewhere else. That's what I'll say. I really can't see myself in one place forever. So I can see myself in 5 years with a dual citizenship somewhere else. Maybe, not maybe, a couple in different places have different I don't want to call them wives because I don't ever see myself signing a marriage license, but having women in different countries playing that wife role for me and just basically enjoying life, man. Because before my goal was to, have a retirement plan, have X amount of money saved up, so on and so forth. And now it's all about, saving my money, but saving my money to travel and to do whatever the hell I want. Because like you, Lawrence, I wasn't necessarily married, but I played house with the woman for about 7 to 8 years. And if that's the closest thing to marriage, then thank God I never signed the paperwork, because if I did, I don't know where I would be right now, man. But yeah, in 5 years, I see myself with dual citizenship, multiple wives in multiple countries, and doing whatever the hell I want, whenever the hell I want.
That's a good synopsis of what you said. Good synopsis. So I'm going to hit you, Alfie, with this one. So, in your tender of traveling and being with women inside of America and outside of America, what would you say was the biggest challenge when you went to a foreign country and approaching the women there with the language barrier?
Man, you gotta hear. I got a story time, man. And basically, I was in Miami, and I was able to have sex with this woman who didn't speak English by drawing on the paper, right, and using my body language. So there are no barriers with me, man. I know who likes me. Even a woman can't interpret, just like a baby can't interpret all the time what they want to say, but they know how to show you by their movements, by their body language, by their gestures. So even if a woman don't speak English, I know how to make her feel. If she like me, put it like this: if a woman really like you, the fact that y'all speak, that shit ain't gonna matter, man. She gonna make it work, just like how you will make it work. It's the same kind of thing, man. So, and then I don't have fear of rejection either. So it doesn't really mean anything to me. Like if a situation happened to where it was all bad, I wouldn't really care, because I just put my shit out there. You know what I mean? I have abundance, man. I just move to the next one. And that whole attitude and energy makes it easy. It's attractive from a woman. Yeah.
I think that's interesting that you even say that about how there's really no barriers. The only barriers there really are is the barriers that we create in our own self. And that when you want something, you can have it. And that's a way of a king. When he wants a piece of bread, he summons whoever, the baker, to bring the bread to him. And that's the same attitude and persona that we get to have when we are actually approaching these women. We have to come in and that's what you did. And it had nothing to do with the language. It had nothing to do with, you drew a picture in body language, and you probably, I don't know what you drew, stick figures or whatever, 2 stick figures doing it, but she got the message. And I think that's what a lot of people don't realize. There's really no barriers. There's only barriers there really are is what we create or what we've been taught or programmed.
Hold
So
on, hold on,
that
hold
was
on, Lawrence, real quick. See, for one, look what kind of level of game and conversation y'all getting. Y'all know how boring these streams be. If I was a watcher, I'd be hella happy right now. Y'all heard hella shit. And for two, let me just address McCain. He said he was using DR to communicate. Yeah, I use Google Apps too. I mean, not Google Apps, Google Translator. But this was like in 2011, so that shit wasn't popping then. We didn't have that then. So I just wanted to, before I can write the shit. Yeah, let's get that clear. And that's just because I've been doing it that long. My bad. That was so many years ago. Oh, no, it wasn't Memorial Weekend either. It was just cuz. But anyways, yeah. So yeah, now my shit. I wouldn't do the drawing and shit now because now there is Google Translator. But back then, you see how I made it happen? See how I made that happen? See, that's how that's. So go ahead. It's a good question. I want everybody to answer real quick though. So Lawrence,
what's the question?
Is Minister Jap? McCain, I seen that drop. I didn't watch it yet, but it says Jap had a drop today, and it was about the cheat codes for women. And he said his was compliment, cock, in conversation was the cheat codes for him. So for y'all, starting with you, what's the cheat codes to the shit? Just give your three. Give three.
Cheat
I don't want to swagger him all the way. So he did 4. We're gonna do 3, but that means they gotta be 3 effective ones.
Cheat code.
It's gonna really be like 7.
Well, when you say cheat code, what you mean? Like, because all I keep thinking about is the mindset. Because once you have the mindset, everything else falls into place.
True. I guess it's like, what are your okay? Well, I'll rephrase this question.
Okay.
As far as being the cheat codes for women, like what are the 3 things that gives you the advantage? Bam. Even better question.
Listen, I mean, first thing that came to my head is understanding women. Once you know how women function and you know why they function the way they do, then it definitely becomes it turns from checkers to chess after that. Because once you know, because women are emotional, you know, once you learn how to control their emotions and why they react the way they do, then you can then control the situation to what you want it to be. So I would say, understanding women.
That's what's up. Understanding yours. So, attraction matching. You know what? Yeah, I'm just calling you WizKid. It seemed like attraction matching. If I say it too many times, it's gonna create one super long word. And I ain't the one to talk because my shit's called dominance. But see how mine are syllables. Attraction mansion. It's like that's like a Nas flow. But WizKid, they can come up with their own name. They can call you attraction matching. They can call you Nate Dogg. I'm gonna call you Wiz, man. That's my nickname to you. You can call me a nickname. You can Fee or whatever the fuck, as long as it sound cool. I'm a judge it. You just can't make the nickname. I gotta approve of it first. You gotta tell me what it is, and then.
I feel.
So what's your cheat code though?
My. Do you want me to say 3?
Or you could just say your main. You know, I don't know what your main emphasis, because your main emphasis may be 3 things, or it could just be one main one too. So.
Well, I mean, obviously, like I agree with what the guy from New York said. I forgot his name, but I completely agree with what he said, that it's all like a mindset and stuff. But within that mindset, I have different things that I like to do sometimes. I'd say, I mean, there are a lot of different things that I like to use to separate myself, but the number one thing I like to use is called negative body language, and like the hot and cold method, because I like to make a girl feel good about herself, like compliment her a little bit and stuff, and like touch her and make her think you're really interested. But then I just like turning away and kind of like pretending like I don't give a shit about her, or just walking away and talking to someone else kind of at like the height when she's like really into it. You just kind of just like walk away and talk to someone else, because it just leaves her hanging and she just wants you so bad. And when you know how to do that, it's like a game. It's so fun. So I definitely say negative body language, being able to know when to turn away and stuff. That's my favorite.
Y'all getting some fire ass fucking flame games, man. Y'all can't donate, man, because it'd be a super chat up in here. But hold on, let me do something real quick, because we are a family now. Like I said, I know y'all are individual, but we got to get each other's names. Bam!
I agree.
So
I agree.
okay, so red. See, look, this is fun. Red chauvinist. You gotta say everybody's name or what you want to call them. So then that could be your nickname to him, and I ain't gonna say it unless it's
all right.
on my jacket.
Lawrence D. Adams. You mind if I just call you Lawrence D?
That's good.
All right. I like WizKid. You mind me calling you WizKid?
Nah, it's all good with me.
All right, and we got Afi King, man.
All right, cool.
Listen, for myself, you can just call me Solo Dolo. If red pill chauvinist is too hard, just call me Solo Dolo.
I don't like that. I'm gonna still call you red pill.
All right. What about Lawrence D and WizKid? What's more comfortable for y'all? What would y'all like to call me?
I like calling you red pill. Is that good?
That's fine with me. Lawrence D.
Red pill, you got the red hat on.
Say no more. Then we got it. Afi King, WizKid, and Lawrence D.
All right. Did we clear everybody? Lawrence D. I think you gotta do yours. I think. Let me see.
Sure, no problem. So my main thing, I am a social experimenter. So what I do is I sit back like a snake on the ground. This example given to me by my mentor. He said, "There's an example of a tree, of a bird in a tree, and the snake is on the ground. When the bird catches the snake's eyes, the bird begins to fly uncontrollably into the snake's mouth." And so that's how I am.
Pay-per-view content.
I am like a snake. I sit back and watch and I strike. And when I strike, it's like it's a death strike. And then I wait for the prey to slowly die. And so that's what I do. So a lot of what I do is mental. So right now, even as we were talking, I'm messaging this young lady now, and I am mentally having her. She told me right now, as we're on this, "Oh, I want to have a threesome with you." I am mentally stimulating her to the point where I just text her back. I said, "I want you at work tomorrow thinking about me, dripping wet." And I left the sentence incomplete, which WizKid talked about. It's called an open loop. It's called an open loop. So I left an open loop. So she's going to ask me, "Well, what else?" So I do mental gymnastics to women with my body language, with I'm a master at the language. I had women calling, pastor's daughter. Let me emphasize that. Calling from Mississippi, "Talk to me so I can come." I'm a master at that. Most people don't. They talk about the other stuff. I can do all that, but I can get a woman to do magic tricks by playing in her mind.
Killing shit, man.
Jesus.
This ain't a fire group.
Jesus.
This ain't a fire click right here. Quit lying. Come on now. Where y'all heard that at? What who tell me who live stream you learned all that? Tell me who. Type it in the chat. Quit lying. Let's put it in the chat.
But just to piggyback off what Lawrence D just said, and me and you, Afi King, spoke about it. It's basically my mindset when I'm dealing with a chick, when I'm dealing with a chick nowadays, it's because I want to. It's not because, oh well, it's just she just happens to be around and I want some ass. Nah. At this point in my life, if I'm dealing with a chick, it's because I want to. With that being said, once I decide I'm dealing with a chick, my sole goal is to snatch her mind, body, and soul.
Jack, I had it muted.
Mind, body, and soul is the goal. Did I just rhyme right there? Yeah, we should have our own rap group, man.
Shit,
mind, body, and soul is the goal. Let's go.
Right now already. Shit, all these rhymes and words.
Word.
Yeah.
I know you're in that same tip, man. You take a chick's mind, body, and soul, and then she becomes obsessed with you, man. Not obsessed with she's throwing bricks in your car or nothing like that, but she thinks about you all the time, if not often.
And the more you do it, the easier you can start doing it easier and easier.
That's how I do it now. That's my mindset. Like if I can't take your mind, body, and soul, it's like damn. Like sometimes I'm up for the challenge, but my main goal is mind, body, and soul, man. After that, everything else follows. There's no resistance after that.
Fire ass shit. This is fire ass shit on a Sunday, man.
How many
Everybody
people?
put their channel in here too.
How many people are even? How many people are even talking about taking a bitch's mind, body, or soul, man? Mind, body, and soul. Pardon me, and soul.
They don't know it. They don't know it. They gonna know it now, and then they gonna make it seem like they already knew it.
They ain't gonna believe it. They're not gonna believe it, man. Too many times.
I already knew that, but yeah.
Let me tell you how I came about this. I never really talk. It's funny I never talk about this. So this stream has really helped me express some of the things I don't talk about. Interesting. Years ago, I read the book Zhang, some of Zhang books, and some of the books on women's erotic books. And I wasn't reading it for the reason women read them. I read it because I wanted to understand the language that was used in there and how the verbs and nouns were placed. And once I began to master that and begin to learn how to use it, I began to use it in my own language, or I began to use it like on dating online. I have a profile that's set up a certain way, but the language is set up a certain way that it automatically intrigues the woman. It causes her to have her emotions go up and down. And she's like, I don't know what it is about you. It wasn't so much how I looked. I think I look good, but it was because of the language that I use. And a lot of times, a lot of men don't know how to use that verbal game, that language. That's powerful.
Absolutely.
Hey, man.
Absolutely.
Y'all hear me?
But even what he said, that goes back to, listen, if you understand women, I think what I'm saying when I say understand women, if you can understand their emotions and like what he just said, what triggers them, basically, because you got to put a woman through an emotional roller coaster for her to, enjoy the ride. So once you know how to manipulate emotions and stuff, see, I got to look around because I'm at work and stuff like that, talking out loud. But yeah, once you know how to manipulate a woman's emotion, I think that's what you call charm. I think that's what charm is. Charm is, all right, who's the boss? All right, I'm about to go. A chick? All right, let me go turn my charm on and manipulate her emotions to get what I want. So bottom line is, once you understand women and you understand their emotions, what elicits their emotions, why they're emotional, so on and so forth, man, the game is chess after that.
This fire ass game. Can't y'all wait to do? The thing is, the more we do it, the tighter it's gonna get. This is the first one.
Yeah, right. we just getting comfortable with each other. We just getting comfortable.
Because I wanna salute y'all that this shit, because I've been doing this shit and I've been on hella panels. This shit is not easy. It's not easy to host or easy to have motherfuckers flow. That shit is hard, man. And some people, it's their personalities, man. So for this shit to flow the way it is, man, that shit is tight. Everybody
asked a question, and Travis,
that shit is hard, man.
Travis Terrell asked a question. Give us the example of language and emotional triggers.
Emotional triggers.
Language and emotional triggers.
Well, just like WizKid said, I mean, I know one emotional trigger is bringing up daddy. Bring up daddy and see how she reacts to that. She smiles at first. See if she all of a sudden becomes upset. Just see how her attitude changes. So one emotional trigger that I like to use is daddy. Because I feel like once you have an idea of a woman's relationship with their father, whether it's none, whether it's distant, whether it's whatever, then again you could then decide what direction you want to move with her, and also how to manipulate her emotions also. Because all of a sudden you could become dad. Oh, you never had dad in your life? Well, I'm your dad now.
Dad, shout out to dad.
Can I add
something?
Sure. Go ahead.
I love what you said about the dad thing, but it also brings it back, because one of the main things I like to talk about when I'm trying to build a connection with a girl is their childhood, because it makes them feel like they've known you for a long ass time. And so that always gets an emotional trigger. And always try to get her to use the word feel when you're talking to her. If she used that word feel, it's going to connect to her emotions a lot more, and it'll help you there. So that's my 2 cents.
That's what. So, hey, y'all make sure y'all go follow China White too. All of y'all on the panel too, because she got her own content. If you got up on this panel, that'd be fire. You can. I don't feel like playing the music though. That's the whole thing. China White got good drops, man. She got fire. Y'all follow her, man. She's a content creator herself and a good supporter. Wonder if she had a good relationship with her father, how to move in. It's all good, baby. Yeah, but as I was saying, man, that shit hard. And as y'all, you know, like Red Pill, when you start doing panels and shit, you gonna in Lawrence, you already know. And Wiz Kid, you gonna learn. Lawrence, some of these panels be hard. Like I didn't have to sit on panels. I'd be like, what the fuck, man? And it just be too hella rules and just people and just how motherfuckers be getting into it, saying slick shit to each other.
Hey, yo, Afi, don't assume I'm just gonna hop into any panel, man. I hopped in on yours because you know me and you. I mean, besides Mr. Freeport, I really ain't been hollering at nobody else from the YouTube. I mean, but so if somebody randomly asks me to go on the panel, I can't do it, man, because like I said, I'm solo dolo. I'm not even used to rolling with, you know what I'm saying, other people. But the fact that Afi King took, you know what I'm saying, basically said Wizkid is good to go, Lawrence D is good to go. I said, I trust Afi. But don't think I'm just gonna hop on any panel, man. Like I'm best solo, man. But I appreciate you putting me on this panel, and I appreciate the other people you got on this panel too, man.
Well, shit, fuck
definitely.
Hop on my shit only.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Be a good person. Shit, motherfucker. I ain't mad.
No doubt.
Let me drop something I do, and I'm doing it right now as we talking about the language and the trigger. So what I do is we talked about it. I hope people catch it. I have women prove themselves to me. So I just had this woman. She just told me I'm going to read what she wrote. You would love me. You would love to feel my wetness dripping down on your while I'm on top of you, feeling every inch in the back of my walls till I reach the point of ecstasy, screaming your name. I said, really? Say, are you on Instagram so we can finish this hot conversation? But I don't believe that you can get that wet. So what I'm doing is when I say I don't believe that she'll get that wet, she's going to automatically try to prove to me that she can get wet. Please understand the game right there. You have to make them do something. So I'm saying I don't believe it. That's right there. Please understand that. I do it all the time. And the other thing was open loops. I start a story, stop it. Wizkid talked about it at the beginning. He'll start something and then he'll talk about, well, the bicycle was going left. Then he started talking about grandma. It's open loops. They're going to automatically fall into, it's an old commercial. I'm revealing my age. They're going to fall into the gap. But what I did was I told her, I don't believe you can get that wet. Now we know what she's going to do. She's going to prove it to me. Please understand it.
I love you, fam. That's my OG. That's why I always say your name like that. Lawrence D. Adams. They talk with so much class and prestige. Say my name.
No, listen, I can see from this panel, like I said, like a lot of stuff y'all saying, like it's my first time hearing out loud, you know what I'm saying, verbalized and all that, because I realized like from hearing this, and this is why I started listening to all these channels on YouTube, because I realized I was basically freestyling. Like everything y'all saying I was doing, but I didn't necessarily read a book about it. I didn't have nobody necessarily tell it to me. I just noticed after a while that it worked, and I kept doing it. But to actually hear you guys say it and verbalize it as far as leaving open loops and challenging a woman. Like I remember doing that in high school. A chick was like, oh, I could do this, that. I was like, yo, I bet you can't suck my dick with honey on it. It's like, I bet I can. And I'm looking like, did that shit just work? Like she's really about to go suck my dick with honey? And I've been using that trick ever since. Like women love a challenge, man. Like, but yo, first of all, before I forget, let me say thank you to everybody, because I really appreciate the time spent here, the panel, the gems, the jewels that has dropped, man. So I appreciate everybody here, man. Just want to let everybody know that.
Yeah, let's make sure we subscribe to everybody. I'm putting y'all stuff in I'm copying and pasting y'all links in the channel now, but I still want.
Yeah, I believe I'm subscribed to everybody.
Hey, wait, Offie, can you put my Instagram in there too? Because that's like, I'm trying to build that up too.
Moderators, put his Instagram in there.
And I also appreciate
the fuck is up my camera?
It's nice to have other people to talk about the stuff with, you know. Most guys don't know.
It's very refreshing to hear what I'm hearing now, man.
I agree.
And we all on for next weekend, Saturday or
Yes,
Sunday?
sir. Let me see. Yeah, let me know. Around this time would be best.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate
Cause I normally don't work on the weekend.
I want to make
weekend.
sure all y'all links is posted before we get off of here, though, because people gonna be like, "What's that again?" I'm telling you, y'all think I'm playing. If you don't have these links up, these cats do not fuck with it. I promise you, they don't. I'm gonna put y'all links in the channel after this shit is over.
Oh,
Or just type in "thanks y'all" or something, so they can click on your. I promise you, and y'all make sure y'all sub to each other too. I'm sub to all y'all. Obviously, I fucking talk to y'all. Let me do this last one.
I'm on my phone right now, so I don't see this chat.
obviously, I fucking talk to you.
All right, man. Damn. So I got all of y'all in there. So, last words, man. Last words. Red pill. Go ahead.
Hold up. Last words. Hold on. Let me come back in. Hold on.
Last words for everybody, starting with red pill.
Yo, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yo. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me? All right, boom. Last thing I want to say, red pill mindset, not following society's narrative, going and finding your own answers. Red pill is the way to go. I don't know about, I'm not necessarily a MGTOW person, IDMO, anything like that. I'm not really part of a cult or anything like that. It's really most of a mindset. That's how I go throughout life. The red pill mindset isn't just about women. It's about, like I said, life. So it's dealing with the grocery store manager, your co-workers, everything. It's the way that you think. So definitely check my channel out. I drop red pills. I drop things on like what your daddy should have taught you. There's a lot of people out here with no daddies, with their mamas raising them, not really raising them like to be a man. Besides that, I talk about traveling, but overall, I'm the red pill chauvinist, and I'm here to wake everybody up to what's really going on right now. That's about it. Check my channel out, subscribe, like, comment on my videos, man. Appreciate the time.
All good, Lawrence D. Adams.
My last words, I really appreciate this. This panel was very refreshing. Been able to share some things I don't share at all. Learned a lot about every individual on this panel, which was excellent. The one thing I would share is that you go back and listen to this content again, because it's so in modern vernacular, it's so dripping with content on here that you wouldn't get this watching 10 videos. You really need to go back and digest everything that was said on here, because if you were to digest just what was shared on here, it would take your game to the next level. If you were to go back and just digest and hear every panelist, everything that was said, and go back over it, not just once, not just twice, but 3 times, and hear the different nuances of what was shared, your game would change. You'll see where you've been missing it at, what key has not been working, because what was shared on here was powerful, and it can never happen just with just one individual, because you have a collaboration of 4 or 5 individuals sharing expert level game. So that will be my my last words for tonight.
Wiz Kid.
All right. To add to that, I just wanted to say it's so rare for people to actually get the opportunity to learn this stuff, because it's not out there everywhere. Not that many people actually know this stuff. And to the people that are watching, they should feel really great that they're getting this opportunity, I feel, because to be able to talk to even you guys, myself, is incredible, because to be able to get all these different inputs is so nice. And the stuff that we talk about is stuff people don't talk about. So if you get the opportunity to listen to it, and it will change your life. If you take action, don't just listen, take action, it will change your life in more than just women, with everything. So check out my Instagram at attraction_mansion, and then my YouTube, Attraction Mansion. Got a Facebook page too. Check it out. And thank you for the opportunity.
And he does consultations too. Slide in his DM for details. All right, man. So appreciate y'all time. I'll hear from y'all next week, or in between that, but we'll all talk as a group next week. And I'm gonna send this to all of y'all unlisted. So if y'all want to post on your channel or whatever, y'all can do that. you know, and promote the group and, you know, tell your damn whoever. Because this is fire. Even if you ain't chasing pussy, you can still learn from this shit. It's not just, this is mind content. This ain't just, you can use it and apply it to that, but you'll be on here learning. You know what I'm saying? This a hot podcast, man, that y'all ain't never heard before. Put it on iTunes too. Peace, y'all.
Peace.